Morning all, I hope you're well. Just bought a new Insta360 camera, so I'm hoping to do some more videos, as my GoPro kept saying file corrupt, and the videos that I did were never there, so I gave up doing them. Anyway, I've just bought this camera for family memories more than anything, and I'm going to use it for get some more videos up online, just real time, real life scenarios, etc. on the world of spraying. So I've used these before for quite a long time. I haven't been using them for the last, I don't know how many months, because I lost these, which is like a tip seal to the Tria Pro 45. Predominantly it's air assisted airless technology. They are a reversible tip, like an airless tip, but they allow the air cap and the reversible tip. So let me just show you what it is exactly. So so what you get, so that's your standard air cap there. This is the Durgun, okay, Optima Durgun. It's got two separate air controls. It's got like a spring loaded trigger which acts like a clean shot valve, because it puts different tension for different pressures. That's for the side air, and that's for the atomizing air. Sorry, that's the atomizing air, and that's to squash the fan. So you keep your that's obviously the air cap of the Dur there, and you can see all the holes and everything. So you keep the ring, you put the tip in like that. Wrong way. Sorry, I need to put the ring on first, sorry. Been a while since I've done it. So you put the ring on, that stays like that. Right, this one is for the Dur. So there, let me just show you the difference in them actually. Right, so this one's for the Durgun, and it fits. Let me just show you that there, if you can just bear in mind with the camera. Focusing, yeah. Okay, so that fits perfectly onto there, okay? Now, previously, I was just using the Wagner one, which still worked on the Durgun, but obviously it doesn't fit perfect. That fits onto the Wagner little cup seal, if you like, perfectly. And then these seals go into the back of the air cap. So that's the Wagner one, so I'll put that back. And that's falling out there, so that you hold that there like that, and then basically it's got a little washer, that washer there, and that just kind of holds it in place. Okay, so that's then the air cap. So I don't know if you can see there, but you've got 3 holes there, 3 holes there, 3 holes there, and 3 holes there. The ones on the horns are your atomizing air, which spread the fan as well as atomizing, and these ones on the end are the ones that squash the fan together. Okay, it's based on the Kremlin air cap, which is anyone that's used the Kremlin's probably one of the cleaner air caps out of all the air caps out there. So all that happens then is you screw it on the gun. Okay, first time you do it, make sure it's a good nice tip. That's a bit loose, you see, so it probably wants some glam pliers on it and a rag so you don't damage your ring, just to nip it up that first time. So that's a little bit loose, so that would let paint come into the air, but just for demonstration purposes, it's the first time I've had it on, I'll just show you in the loose because I haven't got my glam pliers here. So as you can see, that one's a 408. So what you would do if you were spraying vertically, bear with me with the camera, if you were spraying vertically, you'd have that in line. If you were spraying horizontally, you would go that way. That's sideways. So let me just pick the camera up so you can look at it. It's not quite centered. There you go. So you spray like that. So what happens is If you get a blockage, you just simply reverse the tip, trigger out, and then turn it back on like that way. Okay. Originally, I didn't like the atomization quality, and then when I revisited them, I just thought I would. So let's say I used a 10th thou tip, yeah, for primer, and then an 8th thou for top coat. What I found, if you drop your primer to an 8th thou tip, you get the same atomization as you would with a standard 10th thou tip. So then it increased the quality, the droplet size, if you like, the quality of it. So that sort of answered that question. Also, a little bit more control, which we all kind of love a bit, don't we? If you did want to speed it up and get flat, heavy, wet coats, you know, you can always just up it to that. So I just found dropping down a tip size gave me that atomization quality that I get from the Wagner fine finish tips, and also the Durr tips, which are two very high quality tips. So that answered that. You've then also got the advantage that you can reverse them. Also, your air cap is very, very clean indeed. It's one of the cleanest I've used. You can almost get it as clean as you like. Obviously, the narrower fans are a bit more controllable than your wider fans. If you've got a 5 or a 6, 12-inch fan and what have you, you have more spill on the edges. But when you're down these lower ends, I've found it to be extremely clean. The Wagner one can be quite dusty. Some of the others aren't enough, if you like, and they're almost standard airless. This ticks all the boxes. It's nice, it's clean, you get good atomization with it. And if you've got a Durr gun, you can also flip that over and spread it white out, and you could turn that right in, so there's no air coming to squash the fan, and you can have a wide fan. You can kind of flip it over that way, back this air all the way out, and then you can have a little for spindles or edges of doors. You know, you've kind of got the control of your cup guns, where they've got two separate controls where you can do this with the fan and what have you. Okay, you don't get any spit obviously, and then this, if you wanted to run it just as an airless, this bit here, camera keeps going off screen, that there acts as a clean shot valve. You know, you turn the tension up for the higher pressures and back it right off for the lower pressures. With the air, obviously, you don't get the spit anyway. So, very excited that these Collins bringing these to the market for us. The only thing that I've ever been bothered with is the availability of them and getting hold of them. And Colin's going to sort that out for us. He's got a deal in place with them, so as we can buy them. Because in my opinion, these could, you could be using just this gun for everything. You know what I mean? And obviously these tips. But the beauty of it is if you've got a Graco G40, you can put these tips in this air cap on, okay? You just have to change the tip seal. That's all you've got to change. I think they're 30 something quid, 40 quid maybe, I can't remember. So you keep the air cap, you keep the tips, and you can go to a Kremlin gun. Just change that, 30, 40 quid, done. You can go to, what else do they do? I think they do Segola guns. I think they do, obviously do the Wagner 4700, 4600 series. They cover them, Kremlin, they cover them all. So if you've got multiple guns, or you wanted to switch guns, you just simply buy that for that air cap, and that saves you thousands of pounds in tips. Having to buy all the, if you switching from this gun to the Kremlin, for instance, you've then got the cost on top to buy the tips to spray whatever you're spraying. So that could, that can lead into a cost on top of the gun. So, you can be 1,500 quid, two grand just to swap guns. This system does away with that. You just buy the gun, and that conversion inside there, so it seals, and then you have full functional of that gun, plus the beauty of the reversible tip. So you get a blockage, no taking it off, no toothpicking, no squirting it through, no blowback tools to unblock it. You just go. Psst, psst. Now, I believe there's an improvement, but the only criticism I had was sometimes it would just build up a bit on there, okay, because of how clean the air cap is and how tight it all is. Not a problem. I just have a little squirty bottle or a wet rag and just give it a quick wipe. The only thing I'll say is when you're cleaning them out, take that out and just be careful where you put it. I think the reason I've not had use of this for a while is you spin it back at air cap. I've popped it in some thinner or something, and maybe it's been lost, or whether I've put it on top of something and it's just rolled off down the back of somewhere, and then I've lost it. I've actually lost 2 of them now, so I'd just suggest you keep an eye on them, just to keep them safe and what have you. But I have told Col to have a stock of these in, because once you lose them, you can't use it. So, like I say, I've told him to have a stock of them in, and then if you do, well, I basically bought 2 anyway, just as one for a backup kind of thing. And then if you do lose another, you can just get one ordered straight away. So, yeah, I hope that helps here. So let me just show you the packaging. So there they are. Tria Pro 45. Mine's the Eco Gun, or Optima Eco Gun 2100. As I say, I love this gun. It's the best on the market, build quality, the separate air control. It's just absolutely, you know I love it. I go on about it all the time. There's a reason for that. There's no, some people get it and they don't kind of get on with it. You need to learn it. It took me 3 months at least to get the balance of the gun. You know, how much to do this. And I love the lever aspect as well, because I can see where I'm at with it straight away. Oh, okay, I'm at quarter, you know, these are just working 5 turns, you know, like you would with a cut one, but I just use 5 turns, and then the lever you can see. But it's dead easy to get your fan pattern. If I want a spindle, that lever will be, camera's gone off again. Want to spindle, the lever for the atomizing will be right over, and the squash, this one will be open right up, and what that'll do is it will squash that fan right down so I can spray a spindle. And if I want to spray doors, I can shut that off, perhaps just crack it off a little bit and open that right up, and it will splay the fan out for me. It's a fantastic gun. So like I say, the system is what I'm after. I'll probably start and spray walls with it and ceilings and stuff with it, because I just can't be bothered taking the gun off. If I'm doing a 1-room private job, for instance, I always spray the ceiling and woodwork. Generally brush and roll the wall, but sometimes I'll spray the wall if it's been asked for. And the beauty of this is I can just leave all this on. I've clean spraying on me ceiling and walls if I'm spraying them, with the air assist as well. So sorry, that's the air cap. So these are the Tria Pro 45 tips. AAA. And here's the tip itself. They're very, very well made. Very well made. If you look at that there, it's just, and you swivel it around to unblock it. This is a 410. You've got a full range. Oh, incidentally, so some people don't like PU satin to spray because it's difficult. It is. I was that. I can spray it quite easily now, but it's taken me quite a bit to get the boss of that. They do a 106, 206, 306 tips for the Tria, and they are absolutely superb. Yes, it goes through with ease, and same with when you drop a tip down a size in the tips. So if you go from, you might be thinking, well, 10 thou, okay, will it go through an 8 thou? Yes, it does, with ease. Actually, with ease, it doesn't adjust your pressure much. It's that I don't know what the difference is, but they do. But they do a 106. And I sprayed the PU satin and it went an absolute mile, not a single run, a lovely finish because of the fine droplet size, and I had a 106, like I say, and it was a rental property I was doing for someone. I didn't want the job, but it was a favour, so I only had a certain amount of paint because it wasn't my job originally. And I just put a little 2-inch fan 106. It was a Sunday I was doing it, and I think, I don't want to start brushing this. It'd take me forever. And I went through the house, and I forget how many tins of paint, but it was minimal. It was absolutely minimal, and and it just went on a dream. So much control, so clean, a nice slow speed, and like I say, with the PU setting, not one single run. So have a look at the 06s. I'm a big fan of them. Very good. The others are all good as well, obviously, but you just got to bear in mind, whatever you'd normally go with, drop down a tip size for primer and top coat, and you'll find you get the kind of the better atomization quality that you get from your Wagners, your Greycoats, your Kremlins, them flat nozzles as we call them, that are slightly better than the airless ones. And then when you're adding the air, you've got the better atomization, cleaner environment, and all the rest of it. So yeah, I hope this video helps, and I'm going to be doing a lot more with them, showing you a few things, and just in action, real time. So if there's any hiccups, any problems you see, because we all know in the real world that spraying doesn't go as smooth as it should do all the time. So yeah, any questions on these in particular, get in touch with us, because I want to keep these on the shelf and going, because I'll probably be switching my whole system to it, so I can run my Wagner, my dirt, everything, and then I'll probably even use them for my walls actually. They do these, the Exitflex do an airless tip as well. They're better quality than Tritech, Wagner, and and the Greycoat tips. They're a finer atomization. You're a little bit more pressure with that, but they take me back to the old world of spraying, if you like, when we kind of had that. But they're good. But me, I should probably still use them, but I'm in a one-roomer, a private one. I always spray the woodwork and ceilings as a matter of 100%. Very, very rarely do a brush any of them, because speed, quality, one coat on the ceiling, all the rest of it. And so I'm probably going to be using these on my privates solely with probably this gun, to be honest. So yeah, okay then, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, people, and I'll catch you later.